Hi Flosstube, welcome back. You've found my channel about cross stitch. This is Mandy Meets Stitches. You can also find me over on Instagram at the same Mandy Meets Stitches. Today it's Sunday, January 3rd, and I'm not sure what Flosstube episode this is. Something 18, 19, I don't know. But welcome back. If you're returning, thank you. If you are new here, I hope you like what you see and you like the video, subscribe, leave me a comment. Okay, so I don't feel like I have a ton of stitching to show you. I have kind of a lot of haul because everything seemed to come in the mail this week. And then I'll show you some plans for my what I'm going to work on this month for WIPGO and what I'm going to do for the magazine monthly challenge, at least what's been called so far. And because they're doing a Baringo event this month. Probably going to be kind of quick just because I'm trying to get this in while my 1-year-old is sleeping and my 4-year-old's downstairs playing video game and my husband's wonderful and going grocery shopping. So that's that. I'll start with a previous finish that's quilting related, but it's the quilt behind me. I should have looked up the name. I can't remember the name of the pattern. If you're interested, leave me a comment and ask and I'll look it up. It was a kit from Fat Quarter Shop probably 2 years ago. I know the confetti fabric is by V&Co. I think it's called Ombre Weave. Yeah, I think that's the name of it. But yeah, I made this and quilted it on my long arm probably last year now. So that's a previous finish. I guess a little bit of life update. Happy New Year for those of you. Well, it's a Happy New Year for everybody. We went down to Florida. We drove down to Florida for a few days to visit with my husband's best friend from childhood. Basically, they live outside of Orlando. So we went down and visited them and kind of just did fireworks with them, and it was low key. It was a nice visit. I did get a decent amount of stitching done while I was there, but I wasn't able to stitch in the car. So, and that was a long drive. It was like 6.5 hours. And then, of course, while we were down there, my 1-year-old developed a fever, and turns out it's an ear infection. I took him in yesterday before I had to work, and so he's on antibiotics. He's doing a little better. He still kind of feels icky, I think, when the medicine wears off. So, but he's good. And the 4-year-old, he's the same. So my husband's friend has a little boy who's I think 5 or 6, and they played together really well. So that was good. Okay, so I'll just hop right into the stitching. This was actually a finish that I have. It's a pattern by Emma Congdon. It's in this book, Cross Stitch for the Soul. Emma Congdon, she is Stitch Rovia on Etsy. I did this one. So I probably will finish it in a hoop like that just because I like, it's a circular finish. So I did the called for DMC. It's on a 32 count, I think. It's like natural, I think it's called natural opalescent linen, something like that. But you can see the sparkles a little bit. I really, really liked stitching on this fabric. It's a linen, but it's not real open, and it's nice and soft. And so, yeah, I hope to find more like that. But that's my finish. I was kind of trying to push for a finish before the new year, and I did. I finished it on New Year's Eve. That was good. One off my list of I don't even know, 50 some WIPs. It's embarrassing. What else? On New Year's day for like a new year, new start, I started Pavane by Long Dog Samplers. I can insert a picture here. Um, and so this is really all I did. This is on a big cut of fabric. So I wanted to get the bottom, the outline done so I could cut it and have the rest of the other fabric in my stash. So this is about, this is mark 100 and the bottom is about 200 stitches long. So I have maybe about that much more to go. So yeah, not very exciting. This is a 36 count Tyco by Picture This Plus, and I'm stitching it with a Be Stitch Me silk. I'm not sure the name of it. I got it a while ago. I think it's actually like her classic Be Stitch Me colors, but it's a pretty like purpley, gray, blue, kind of variegated. So it's 50 yards, and I think it's 8 stranded, so hopefully I'll have enough and I'll have to order more. So that was my new year, new start. Before the new year, this pattern was calling to me for some reason, so I put a few stitches in it. It is all bundled up by Brenda Gervais, or with Thy Needle and Thread. I am stitching it in the color conversion from My Life with Miss Sassy. She changed it just a little bit. It's still kind of the same general colors, but I think all I did, I filled in some of this, and I filled in this, I finished this spine. So there's still a lot of work to do on here. I think this is on one of my Whipco boards for a finish. I don't remember. It was a Mania start this last year. So yeah, this is one. And then another one that I just randomly worked on a little bit is Blackbird by Blackbird Designs. I am stitching it with a Color and Cotton dark truffle. It's kind of like a dark brown with, I don't know, it looks a little purpley to me, but this is, I didn't I didn't get too much farther. I don't know if this is upside down or not. I'm pretty sure this is the bottom. Yeah, this is the bottom. So I was just trying to finish outlining the border. I brought this along as like an easy stitch to try hopefully do in the car, but that didn't work out so well. Okay, and then last piece, last whip. So this was called on my Whipco, one of my Whipco boards. So Whipco, I made 2, one for like new starts that are big projects, and one for current whips. And so this, she happened to get the free space this year, or this month, and so there's 3 projects, whereas usually there's only 2, because I decided to put one on my whip space, my free space. But this is a pattern by Waxing Moon Designs called Autumn Blessings. This is what it'll look like finished. This is where I'm at. I got all the words. I just have the leaves left to do, and my goal is to finish this year. I would love to finish it this month, honestly. I'm stitching it with the call for, most of the call for colors. I think I converted 1 or 2 just because I couldn't find them at the store, but I think it's really pretty, and the leaves really don't take that long, but it would be a good 3 to 4 days of like a couple hours of stitching to get that together. So that's all the whips I have, partly because we went on vacation. I just felt like I worked a lot. Yeah, so that's that. First, I guess I'll talk a little bit about plans, and then I'll show you my haul. So the other pieces that were called for whip go for my whips. My whip one is this Quaker Christmas, no, Holiday Quaker by Lila Studio. I think I've shown you this, and I really haven't put that much more work into it. My goal for whip go for this was to finish 2 pages. We'll see. I should have done it by motifs, I think, because there's a lot of little motifs on there. And the other whip that was called was one by Jardin Privé called Red Christmas or Green Christmas. I'll insert a picture of it here. And I didn't have much progress. I can't remember. Oh, my whip goal was to just put 5 nights of stitching into this. So this is just the top right border that I started. I'm stitching it with just a conversion of 2, Victoria Motto, Celery Mix, Color and Cotton Spanish Moss, and the Gentle Art Storm Cloud. And it's on an 18 count Aida that I Rit dyed. Sorry, I have not been telling you what fabric I'm stitching it on. If you want to know, just ask me. I would like to start this with the group. So there's a Facebook group, Hands On Design. It's like hashtag HOD Chalk Talks, something like that. I have it all kitted up with the DMC, and this is a piece of chalkboard, dirty chalkboard by Be Stitch Me. It's a 28 count linen. So I think the stitch along starts on the 15th. I'll probably start it that day and put a few strands into it, but I don't know if it's going to be a focus or not. My mind is just all over the place. So for the whip go new starts, I don't know when I'm going to get to them. But one of them is this Casting a Spell by Blackbird Designs. I have it's kitted with, I think it's some of the called for and some substitutions, but really each little piece only calls for a little bit of, it's only a couple colors. So those are the colors I'm going to use, and then it calls for a 30 count for it to fit in this little box, which I have the box. I don't have a 30 count that I like, so I think I'm going to stitch it on this 16 count Be Stitch Me. I think I love the color of this. It's really pretty. It's an unnamed one that I got from a Friday Night Fight Night. So, and my goal, I'll probably try to finish this year, but for whip go, my goal was just 5 days or 5 nights of stitching. But they're all so little that I could probably fit it. The next one, another Blackbird, All Joys for Thine, kitted with the called for fancy floss. And then I'm either gonna stitch it on this piece of 16 count Gold Rush by, this is probably what I'm gonna stitch it on, by Be Stitch Me. I also have this 28 count Sandstone Tea linen. I just have to see, I don't think there's any fractional stitches, so I'll probably stitch it on the Aida. It doesn't look like there are. Just because I think I saw Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch did it on like a real pretty gold. I think she called it I think she said it was Seraphim Bee's Knees. It was really pretty, and I wanted to find that, but I didn't. I didn't order it. And then the last new start is the Blue Flower Huckleberry Farm. You've seen this. Sorry, I don't really want to take it off. I have a piece of 36 count Huckleberry from Be Stitch Me again, and I have the called for. It looks like called for fibers or floss, whatever. Goal for that was just 5 days, 5 nights of stitching, so that will not be finished this year. Okay, and then magazine monthly challenge they have a Baringo challenge this month. Usually it's just like you pick one whip or one magazine new start, and then they do an acrostic. But this month it's special. They have an event going on, and each day a new number is called or a bingo board, and then you put like an hour or 100 stitches into each number, except for there's a couple special ones that's like 2 hours and one's 5 hours, I think. But so far, I haven't started on any of them that have been called. But there's, they've called 3 numbers because today's the 3rd. And of course, it's 3 different projects that I put on there. One of them is Polar Bear Abode. So this was called for day 3. It's Polar Bear Abode. I'll insert a picture here. It's in the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher winter issue by Lindy Stitches, I think. It's part of the acrostic. It's I for Ice Queen, so I'm stitching it on this piece of opalescent 28 count Lugana, and I pulled colors from Stash. So when I start it, obviously you'll see it in an update video. I haven't started it yet. Tonight I hope to put my hour into at least 1 or 2 of them. Another one of the spaces I wanted to start this Warm Winter Wishes. Sorry, I'm trying not to show the pattern, but show the grid. This is in Just Cross Stitch magazine. Just Cross Stitch, February 2020. That's a cute little pillow. I'm not doing the call for colors, but it's similar colors, so I don't want to pull them out of the bag. And I have this on that bingo board a couple times. One of them is to stitch with white. I don't remember what the other prompt was. And then last piece, this is for a whip with words. It is No Winter Lasts Forever by Silver Creek Samplers. I started this in Mania. I hope to finish this. I really only have to put the flowers in and do the words. And a few more snowflakes. So really words go quick. I should be able to finish this month, but I bit off a lot of stitching wise, so I don't know what I'm going to get to. Last piece of plans is Modern Folk Embroidery has a 2021 stitch along. I never stitched a Modern Folk Embroidery piece, but I really liked the way this one looked. I'll insert a picture here. Yeah, so I am going to stitch it on this piece of That's My Jam 36 count linen from Be Stitch Me with this gray. I'm just doing a monochromatic, so with this gray DMC, I think it's number 168. So first part released on the 1st of January. I think it comes out once a month. I'm going to try to start that. That's it for plans. So if you're not here for the haul, there's a good bit of haul, and I can't. So anyways, if you're not here for haul, thank you for watching. Go ahead and leave me a comment. See, ask me a question if you have one. Yeah, let's get into the haul. Sorry, I had to take a drink. So I got my fabric of the month from Be Stitch Me. Still haven't gotten my winter solstice box, which is a big bummer. I emailed the postal service and they said something like, the last scan was that it was in the container locked on December 11th or December 12th. He's like, all I can say is that I've looked at other packages from that container and they've been delivered around the country. So I don't know. I'm gonna today after this video put in a missing mail search request kind of thing, and then from there we'll see if that finds it. I'm not giving up hope yet, because back when COVID was first starting, I had a picture frame that I had ordered from Leela May Designs, the truck and along picture frame, that got lost, and it literally showed up like 2 days before we were moving. So that was lucky, but it showed up like a month later. It sat in New York for a long time, and the tracking wasn't updated, and then it finally just showed up on my door randomly on my doorstep. So I'm hoping that's what happens with the Be Stitch Me box. Because I got the epic box and I really wanted to see all the fabrics, and I've seen the fabrics now because I couldn't hold out anymore. I watched some unboxing videos, but anyways, more haul. Okay, so Be Stitch Me fabric of the month for December. If you have not seen this, have not gotten it, look away now. I do the silks, and I do a 32 count Lagana. So the color is sleet. And so it's just a pretty. And then here's the silks. Nice tones. And I like how she's doing, they kind of match the fabrics and the floss. Okay. I was watching Nadine, I don't know her, Nad's X Stitch on YouTube, and she showed these patterns by Jeanette Douglas. I had actually I got this Cozy into Winter a couple weeks ago, but I didn't realize it was a series. So she has Soar into Summer, Jump into Spring, and Fall into Autumn. So I just went ahead and got the floss for them, placed an order with 123 Stitch and got the floss for all those. I also ordered floss for the couple of patterns in this. So I kitted up this one, this bird, and then this, what is that called? Spell of the Moon. Just kitted up with a floss. I will pull fabric from my stash when I get ready to start that. So got a couple patterns. This came from 123 Stitch too, just because I saw it and I thought that was a really pretty. Apparently, I'm digging flowers right now, so I got that. And then I also from that was it from 123 Stitch. I placed a pre-order with what is her name? I ordered from her shop, Needle Case Goodies on Etsy. I pre-ordered that Winds of Autumn book. And then I also just, because I was there, bought some other. So this is Sunshine Berry by Erica Michaels. This is a pretty Once Upon a Summer Housewife little needle book. I just, liked the flowers. Oh, this was a pre-order too. George Decorates for Martha, Plum Street Samplers. This was a new release, Home for the Holidays, Country Cottage Needleworks. Blessed Be by with needle and thread. Jolly Jack, I think it's by All Through the Night. Best Time of the Year by Brenda Gervais. I just liked this little wee Santa with all those cute little, oh, those are cute. And then I thought these berries by the Prairie Schooler looked kind of cool, so I might give those a try this summer. Linen and Threads has 2 exclusive charts. So they're a shop, I believe, that's in Australia, and they showed 2 exclusive Plum Street Samplers charts. And so I ordered them because FOMO, but they're cute. This Bigfoot bunch and Abominable Bundle. I think these go with like her stack series, which I have a couple of those that I want to stitch up. And you know, these came from Australia faster than the Bee Stitch Me box. I'm not bitter about it. Okay, and then I did place an order with Fat Quarter Shop because they were once again having a sale, and I couldn't resist. I think it was like all the Country Cottage Needleworks patterns were discounted, so I got the Frosty Forest bundle and the floss pack for it. Also got 2 Rick Racks because I was trying to do a pillow the other day and I didn't have any red, so I ordered some red Rick Rack. And then I think they're gonna do a stitch along for this. See, once again, flowers. I'm like digging the flowers. But I'll stitch along with this whenever they start it. That's it. That's a lot of haul. I'm gonna end this video here. I did a giveaway last week and only 1 person entered, so I will comment on your comment and to get your address and send it off to you. I haven't mailed the other giveaway from 2 weeks ago. Sorry, Kathy. I'll hopefully pop it in the mail Tuesday or Wednesday because I'm off those days. I just need to pick up some envelopes to ship them in. So no giveaway today just because I forgot to grab one and I'm unorganized. Yeah. I hope you liked what you saw. Thanks for tuning in every week. I enjoy kind of going over my progress, even though sometimes I feel like I didn't get a lot done this week, and sometimes I feel like these videos are taking away from my stitching time, but I also like them. So I will be back probably next week with another update video, and then in the meantime, happy stitching, everybody.